You guys spent most of the season as a low turnover team, 17 tonight for 20 Indy points. A lot of them felt unforced. Just from your vantage point, what were you seeing there with the turnovers?
Yeah, I think it was probably a compilation of things. Yeah, the first quarter was problematic. That set the tone for the game, giving up 43 points, and then you turn it over against them, particularly the live ball turnovers. You're fueling, transition game, and we started slowly, and then we fought back, but we didn't close the half well. The last minute and a half, it wasn't good. Then we started the third slowly, and then we fought to come back, but we kept digging out of holes.
Tom, it seemed like you guys found something defensively in Game 3. Today, it seemed like every time you guys made a run, just couldn't get the stop. And I think, like you said, 43 in the first quarter. What did you see defensively that wasn't working?
Well, we knew it was going to be a fast game, so the priority was, defensive transition to get set, but we hurt ourselves with our turnovers, putting them in the open floor.
Tom, that was what I wanted to ask about, is that you and the players obviously have talked all postseason about the importance of 48 minutes. I'm curious, how challenging is it to make the right play, to make the right read, to make sure that you're covering the right rotation that many times over a 48-minute game against a team that plays this fast? Is it more of a challenge?
Well, I think the thing is every game is going to be hard fought. So even in tonight's game, we still had a chance at the end. So with the idea being we say 48 minutes, and you're striving for that, knowing that it's impossible to get to that. You're not going to get perfection, but strive for it. Fight to win every possession. That matters. And you don't know which possession makes the difference between winning and losing in the end, but each possession is critical. So, and at the end, you obviously want to make more winning plays than they do, and we haven't done that. So, but that being said, it's get ready for the next game. So we'll look at the film, make our corrections, and just lock into what we have to do for the next game.
Tonight, what do you think of the way Mikhail played against Haliburton?
Yeah, and it's not just, Haliburton's a great player, and you don't guard great players in this league individually. It's your entire team, and if one guy's not doing their job, everyone's going to look bad, and so. And there's a combination of things, whether we're talking defensive transition, isolation game, pick and roll game, whatever it might be. It's everyone being tied together and moving in unison and reading the ball correctly and making the right reads. And so he got off to a good start. And it's hard when guys get confidence, particularly great players get confidence early, it's hard to slow them down. So I thought the urgency to start the game and giving up the transition baskets, that hurts you because that gives players confidence, and then your job becomes much more difficult.
Tom, transition aside, Haliburton, it seemed like even in the half court, he was kind of able to just get to his spots and pick and roll or an ISO or wherever else. Why do you feel like he was able to get there? What do you feel like defensively you guys could have done to make it more difficult?
We tried giving them different looks, so we got to just do it better. And we'll take a look at the film, and make some adjustments, and go from there.
Tom, you were talking about the turnovers. I know Josh, I believe he had 5, and he was in there for most of the fourth. What were you looking for from him there, and what do you think of his game?
Yeah, just, the hustle, like making defensive transition, getting more continuity into the offense, so I thought, we scored 120 points. That's plenty of points, but our defense wasn't good enough. The rebounding was good enough, but the defense and our turnovers probably hurt us.
Tom, it seemed like they had a lot of straight line drives. The paint was wide open. Was that a matter of trying to defend the 3 more, or what did you see that?
Yeah, and again, it's you're not guarding the ball individually, so you have to be in the gaps, and you also got to read whether the drive is a penetrating drive or a flat drive, and everyone's got to be tied together. So if we're giving gaps up, there's going to be seams. And so we have to do better at that.
Tom, what's your message to the team after an emotional loss like that? What do you tell the guys?
And again, it's not going to change. You go into the playoffs with the understanding of what each game is, and so after each game, you have to analyze why you either have won or lost, then make your corrections and get ready for the next game. And so the important thing is to reset and you're not playing the series, you're playing the game. So what do we have to do to win that game? That's all each game is different, and have that understanding. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows in the playoffs. You got to reset and get ready for the next game. And hopefully you've built that habit throughout the course of the year of understanding how important each game is, each quarter is, every play, how important that is as well.
Tommy, I know he stayed in the game, but Towns looked like he was really favoring that knee at the end. Is that a concern for Game 5?
Yeah, well, he was able to go back in, so that's a good sign, and then we'll see where he is after he gets evaluated.
Tom, with the new starting unit, there was a big run to start the second half. Just what did you see from those five on the court together?
Yeah, and there's obviously some good, but also things that we have to do a lot better. So I didn't think we really. I don't think we had a good grouping. We started slowly, but I thought there was a stretch in the first half where we settled down and we played well, but then we didn't close the second quarter. So that, now we come in with a deficit, and then we start the third, without great energy, and you can't do that. And then once it gets to double figures, now they got more confidence. So we got to make sure that we play with the proper approach and intensity and force, and be connected.
Tom, when Josh fouled out, you went to Landry. Why'd you choose him?
Just, we wanted some more shooting just to see if we can get some more threes up.
Over Deuce?
Yeah, just a little more size,
We didn't end the half how we wanted. Like I said, it was 64-64. But a little over a minute, I think it was. And we let them get, there was a Haliburton 3 and a layup. So it was just, we had to end the half off better. Probably could have communicated a little better. Got back defensively in transition, the biggest thing. And then, started the third. Obviously, they came out aggressive. You knew they were going to. We got backs against the wall. We just got to make sure we fight out of it.
End of the day, the turnovers is something that's got to be cleaned up?
Yeah, for sure. It's tough to win against a team like that who turns those turnovers to points. I had like 4 or 5. Just bad, just stupid turnovers. That you can't have that leads to easy baskets that lead to momentum. So we had to be more careful with the ball. Starting with myself, and we know we got to do that. I don't know, whenever the next game is.
Josh, what can you say about what Tyrese Haliburton was able to do out there tonight?
He played a good game.
Josh, I know how easily the series could be 2-2, and I know the narrative would be different if it was. I'm curious, just as a team that you guys kind of thrive, obviously, in these late-game situations and the comebacks and stuff like that, but with a team like the Pacers that just play so up-tempo, and with what you guys have said all postseason about the importance of 48 minutes, the decision-making and the pressure to kind of have to make the right decision, the right rotations for 48 minutes at this pace, is it any different for a team like you all to have to do that?
I think it's difficult for any team. Obviously they, you can stop one action, then it's the next action, and then it's the next action. And, if one domino falls, or, a couple of times you played good defense and, my man, made a back cut and he got a layup, and, that's one person's mess up, and mess up the whole possession. So, obviously they're running good stuff, but we have to make sure that we're physical and locked in and just making it tough for them.
You guys have obviously been a resilient team all year long. Just what's the message down 3-1 with going back home now for Game 5?
Yeah, we're going back home. I never known this this team to quit. That's not the character of the guys that we have in the locker room. So obviously our backs against the wall, but we're competitors, and we're going to bring it until the series is over. So obviously we're disappointed with the position that we're in right now, but we don't quit.
I just play harder than us. I didn't play my best game, and I feel like on both ends, just let my team down a little bit, but we just kept fighting. They came out with more fire.
Okay, what's your message to the team as you guys head back to the Garden?
Just one game at a time. That's really it. You just got to get ready for Game 5, and just one game at a time.
What has to be better?
What you guys have already faced this postseason kind of help you heading into this next game?
Yeah, it's just part of the grind, part of the story. Just we just got to learn from it. And we've been part of a lot of different games, different series. But yeah, just a little gut check time.
What has to be better in your opinion? Defensively, what has to be better?
Just communicating to each other, helping each other out. Sometimes with a scout, just being on the same page at all times.
Did they do anything different to get Haliburton in motion and get him looks? So what did you see from the night that he had to
just keep him out in space. I think that's what it is. Just keep him out in space and let him play from there. I got to do a better job. We got to do a better job controlling that and helping each other.
Tom was saying the turnovers seem to put you guys in bad defensive spots with Gotham in transition. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, definitely. I think I had 3 of them and just bad turnovers. But yeah, just a team that play that fast can't give them transition looks like that.
Kel, offensively, when they got Haliburton on you, how did you just feel about your overall aggression, especially in the first 3 quarters?
Yeah, I think I was missing early, and I just wasn't making shots and trying to fight back on defense, get it going there. It's just tough. So just gotta get back next game.
You mentioned communication. I think after game 2 on defense, is there something specific about them that's kind of creating problems for you guys in terms of communicating with each other?
Just playing fast. I think playing fast and getting out, draws a lot of confusion. So you just got to be able to communicate in those situations.
Against that team, how much you got to be ready to come out in the third quarter where they kind of extended the lead?
Yeah, yep. You got to come out all quarters like that, but especially third as well. So just got to bring the fight.
They just made shots. They played fast. They played to their strengths. They made a lot of shots, some tough ones, and then some ones we could have prevented. So just have to watch the film and go from there.
How much did the turnovers contribute to that?
Oh, I'm sure it attributed a lot. Just them getting easy baskets transition. You always want to limit that. So just watch the film and get better.
Why do you think it's been tough to build and maintain leads really throughout this series?
Oh, it's a game of runs. Even when we go on a run, they're not going to lay down, just like we're not going to lay down when they go on a run. So that's how basketball is, especially with three-point shooting and variance and all that stuff.
What has to be the mindset as you go back to the Garden?
Oh, just win the next game. Go back to New York and get ready to win.
One of the runs was late second and then early third. What did you see early third that allowed them to get going?
Oh, they got on transition, scored fast, threw the ball ahead, scored really fast.
The lineup that's had success for you guys the last 2 games, I believe it's you, Kat, Deuce, Shamit, and DeLon, maybe not Deuce, somebody else, but what is it about that group that's been able to kind of stabilize things and get things going when the starters have struggled a little bit?
I'm not sure. I think just coming in with energy, playing hard, flying around, and then getting good shots, I guess.
How much do you think that some of the adversity you've already faced this postseason will kind of help you moving forward here?
Oh, yeah. You can always grow from everything. So even a loss, you can learn from it and grow from it. So we just have to grow from it, learn from it, watch the film, and get better. We'll be ready on Thursday.
Yeah. AJ, what did you see from Haliburton, and what do you think he was? Did they do anything different to get him going today, or what do you think?
No, I think he was just looking for a shot more, coming off screens, ready to shoot, and then just playing fast and in the flow. It's hard when they're moving the ball like that. So
down the stretch, you cut it to 6. What did you see at that point?
Just getting stops and then running out, getting quick scores.
What are you expecting to see out of your team on Thursday night?
Just us responding, coming out with energy, responding, playing hard, and hopefully having a good first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth. Try to play a full 48 minutes of good basketball.
Jalen, I guess for starters, what did you see was as the big difference today in how the game turned out?
Obviously, the first quarter, 43-35. Just obviously not a good defensive quarter from us. Offensively, the ball was going in, but didn't get enough stops. They came with energy and physicality and set the tone for the game. And the way we responded, obviously, in the second quarter was great. And besides the last minute and a half, and then just playing catch-up from that point on.
For either one of you, you guys spent all season being a low turnover team. 17 tonight for 20 points for them. It felt like a lot of them were unforced. Just in the moment, did you guys get the sense that just a little sloppy as a group with the ball, or was there something with their defense that sparked any of that?
I mean, a lot of them are stuff that we can control. As a team, we just need to tighten the screws when it comes to that. Just being aggressive. If there are aggressive turnovers, that'd be different. But passive turnovers is not us.
Guys, for either one of you, Indiana consistently made the extra pass tonight and converted. What are some of the things that can be done to maybe eliminate some of those backdoor cuts or some of the miscommunication we saw in the first half?
I mean, obviously, staying in our coverage most and foremost, and making sure that we're keeping one on the ball, keeping bodies on bodies. Do a better job of just not being in rotation, and yeah, that's it.
Carl, I know you were able to get back on the floor after your knee was hurting, but how's it feeling now? Do you think it'll prevent you from playing?
I'm only thinking about the loss. I'm not thinking about that right now. So, it's disappointing when you don't get a win, and we just didn't do enough to get the job done tonight.
Jalen, you guys have been so good with backs to the wall. Now it's elimination. You're facing Thursday. Just kind of what changes or what has to change as you come back out on Thursday at the Garden?
I mean, nothing else matters at this point. I mean, you got to give it your all. It's that simple.
Carl, when you guys are enjoying such a decisive edge on the glass, even in spite of the foul trouble, does that reinforce to some degree your approach taking that into game number 5?
I mean, at the end of the day, we're really just worried about getting the win. And, I think the playoffs have shown us that sometimes statistically you think you win these statistics and you win these categories and you're going to win the game. And I think for the whole entire playoffs, not just the series we've been involved with, it's just sometimes the things that are always told to be the things that will win you the game. Sometimes it just comes down to just winning the game. And sometimes it doesn't make sense when you win the rebounding battle and all that stuff and you still find a way to lose the game. I mean, there's little things that just cost us, and there's little things that change the outcome of the game, and we just didn't find ourselves on the right side of the game tonight. You say we did a great job of rebounding. We also, on the same turn, didn't do a good job with the ball and just all around. So that's just one category, many categories, that you got to win a game, and we just didn't do enough.